Welcome to the Musar video blog. This past week we had a dinner at the shul, not at the shul, for the shul, and there was a couple that was honored. And they surely deserved the honor, and many things were said about them, many wonderful things, and they're all true. And the truth is that we could say much more than what was said at that dinner. There was one point that was, I think, no one mentioned, which I think is really, really important, and I'd like to talk about it now, not because I'm here to add on to the dinner, but I think it's a very important point from a Musar perspective. This is a couple, they're basically retired. And what I find unique about them, which I don't find in too many people of all ages, is that these are people who are still in the growth mode. And I would say even better than that, I would say they're accelerating in the growth mode. Oftentimes people, maybe when they're young, they explore things and this and that, but then they get into the groove, so to speak. They get caught on the treadmill, they start getting busy with their jobs, and they have a family, and then next thing you know, they're 40, 50, 60 years old, and that's it, and then it's time to retire, and they just keep doing things the way they've been doing them. But for someone to be able to take stock of oneself and say, wait a minute, it doesn't matter how old I am, it doesn't matter where I am in life, I have to get on the growth mode. I have to get onto that pathway in life. It's not good enough to just stay where I am and just relax and say, okay, I lived my life, now let me just take it easy and coast. They're on the growth mode. See, Mesilas Yesharim says in Zehirus, Vigilance, that section, he says, one of the greatest impediments, obstacles that we have to our growth is being busy with the world. Like life. I've said this many times, that one of the biggest obstacles that we have to grow in life is life. Because it keeps you busy, you get all tangled up in the complications of life, it keeps you very busy, and we lose sight that, wait a minute, I, as a person, as a spiritual being, as someone who was created in the image of God, I have to make sure that I am growing spiritually. I am growing as a person. I'm not just doing things. He says, therefore, we have to take note of that. We have to set aside times to make sure that we continue to grow. So here's a couple that does that, and they're accelerating in it. I think it's an incredible inspiration, a model, a lesson for all of us, that wherever we are in life, don't lose sight of what's really important. We have to keep growing as individuals. We have to be getting better. I mean better in an internal way, in a holy way. That's what we have to keep doing. So let them be as an inspiration. Let them to continue to get better and better and better, and let us derive inspiration from that to get into the growth mode and to keep it going. See you next time.